So this video is going to be about what do you say to someone with throat cancer. So this isn't so much about you that has cancer. This is going to be about your caregivers or your friends and family that want to know, what do you say? Someone that you love has throat cancer. Now what the fuck do you do? This is very tough. This is really tough. I am 4 years out from surviving throat cancer, and I've had 2 friends die from cancer since I've been diagnosed. Okay, so the survivor guilt is huge. But I've also had friends that now have cancer. I have a friend right now that has rectal cancer. And what do I say to him? What do you say to your friend or loved one that has throat cancer? Well, there's a couple of things. The first is, some of them are kind of obvious, okay? Now, I'm bald, but it's by genetics, okay? So, because of my family, I am bald right now. I'm not bald because of chemotherapy. So, it may sound silly to you, but if whoever you know has cancer and they're already bald, the joke of, well, when you take chemo, at least you won't go bald. It might be funny to you, but it's not funny to us, okay? This is a curse, being bald. So don't pile on by making this suggestion about chemotherapy and going bald. So that's the first one. May sound kind of obvious, but it happened to me. So don't say that. The first and foremost thing you can do to your friend that has cancer is just say, I love you. And then pause. Hold their hand. Just sit and hold their hand. They'll know that you love them when you do that. I wish I was more emotionally stable, that I didn't break up anytime I talked about something emotional, but it's the way I am. Something to not say, but it's what we all want to say, is, if there's anything I can do, just let me know. Right? That's what you want to say. Because you feel like you would do anything for this person. Anything for this person that has cancer. If there's anything I can do, just let me know. Please don't say that, and here's why. On top of the burden of having cancer, and if they live in America, they're probably going to be financially devastated. They will be broke. They will lose everything. Even if they have insurance. In America, that's our system. We have the best healthcare in the world, but financially, we're going to be crushed. Okay? So, on top of that, and trying to earn a living or caring for the household or whatever, when you come in and say, if there's anything I can do, just let me know, you've actually added a little bit of a burden. Because now I'm laying here getting radiation. I'm going to be broke. I'm going to be financially crushed. Okay? I'm going to lose everything I've saved for my entire life. Now I have to think about you and what can you do for me? Well, okay, that might be cynical, but the first thing I'm going to think inside is, well, you can pay my freaking bills. Okay. Cancer patients, we get cynical. So, asking if there's anything you can do, although that comes from the best place in the world, that's from your heart. You really do care about this person. It doesn't do that person any good because it puts a burden on them. What can I do for you? Well, do I dare ask them to mow my lawn? Do I dare ask them to paint my house because I need it right now? No. We're in the middle of treating cancer. We don't want to ask for help. You know, hey, yeah, mow my lawn. That's what I want. I want to lay on my couch, sick as a dog, and watch you out the window mowing my lawn, okay? Just do it. Just do it. What would you do for someone in your shoes? Would you go mow their lawn? Would you clean their gutters? Clean the roof of their house? Would you wash their car? Put a tank of gas in their car? I don't know. Think of something that you would want and just do it. Okay? That's the best thing you can do for a struggling throat cancer patient. My dad just showed up one day. I didn't even know until he was done. And my gutters on my house were cleaned. That's the best. So, something like that. Just think of something. Making meals. Making meals are awesome, except for throat cancer patients usually can't eat. Our diet is like limited to next to nothing. So don't assume making meals is the best thing. What you can assume is helping the helper. Help the caregiver. The spouse or the caregiver of the person that has throat cancer needs support in a huge way. You need to help them. Helping them is huge. Make them a meal. Wash their car. Change the oil in their car. That is huge. Okay, so don't just think of the cancer patient, think of whoever's giving the primary care. Help them out. That is huge. That will be really big. Support the supporter is what I wrote here. Lastly, if none of those things apply, just take the ball and run with it. And that means don't ask the cancer patient, what can I do for you? Just be creative and think of something. Just do something. That person will appreciate it. Don't add the burden of asking, what can I do for you? Just do something. Just do something. And don't underestimate the power of holding their hand while you're sitting on the couch with them in dead silence. That's powerful. Just do that. Just hold a hand. Tell them I love you. That's big. The other thing you can do is when you text or Facebook message your friend that has that has throat cancer, don't flood them with things that require a response. Remember, this is something that has overwhelmed their life, okay? So your little message of, what can I do for you, is petty. I mean, really, not to diminish how much you care about your friend that has throat cancer, but they're already overwhelmed, okay? Encourage them to make a Facebook page that they can disseminate the information to everybody at one time with one message, but don't bug them with, how was radiation today? How was chemo today? How are you doing? Okay, although that's coming from the best possible place, deep in your heart and your love for this person, your friend that has cancer is overwhelmed. They don't have time to go, oh my God, I just got home from radiation for the 17th time in a row. Now, my friend Bob wants to know how I'm doing. How do I put that in? Oh, fine. Life sucks. Okay, they're shooting radiation beams at my throat, and okay, so don't do that. Now, you know what? Before I had cancer, I probably would have done the same thing because I was just ignorant. But that's the purpose of these videos, right? Is to help your ignorance, to help, okay, what can I do? Don't say, how are you? Okay? Just say I love you and I'm thinking of you, and then go do something for him. Okay? That's the best thing you can do. Something else you can do for a throat cancer patient is give them a back rub. Give them a back and neck rub. You know, with no talking. The throat cancer patient, they just want to lay there with their face down or back on a couch. And somehow, whether you're a spouse or a friend, okay, maybe you don't have the kind of relationship that you can just walk up to the guy and be, here, let me rub your back. You know, that may be awkward, okay? If you do it, you're going to enter into a whole new level of relationship with that patient. And that would be awesome, okay? But if that's not your thing, get them a back rub somehow. Don't give them a gift certificate for a massage somewhere, because again, that puts the pressure on them, the burden on them to go get it done after they're feeling better. They want it right now. They feel horrible right now. So if you can't do it yourself, I don't know, maybe you can pay a masseuse to come into their home and just do it. Don't put the burden on them to say, just call this number and this guy will show up and he'll do it for free. Either arrange with the person if you know, or the caregiver, their spouse or whoever's caring for your patient, to say, okay, they're done with their radiation treatment at 4. When they get home at 4:30, that would be a perfect time to give them a half-hour back rub. Do something like that. In other words, do the work. Do the homework ahead of time. That can make a huge difference. That can really help. I was lucky enough that my caregiver, my spouse, Lisa, would do that anytime I wanted. Man, she'd get in there and rub on me like this. But what a burden, right? So if you want to do that for someone, do all the work prior to where when the masseuse shows up, it's the right time and they can do the work and then just disappear and be done with it. Okay? Another great idea. Sorry I'm getting emotional, but it's the way I am. Love you guys. Keep up the fight.